Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got a couple of little buttons for you today, and when I click on one of them, it's going to pop up a video in a lightbox. You can go ahead and click play on your video and it'll start up, and obviously people can watch it. They can go to YouTube, they can make it full screen, they can pull the volume up, the down, pause and play. Let's get rid of that. And when we click on the second button here, funnily enough, it's going to pop up a different video. That's a great little useful feature to have on your site. We're actually using a third-party plugin for this today. It's absolutely free. It's called Divi Supreme Modules Lite. I'll put this link down below the video. When you get to this page, simply go over to Divi Supreme Modules Lite. It's got 20 modules and 3 extensions. Click on the little button there. Just zoom down to the bottom of the page and then you can download it down here. Okay, well let's get back to our build. Okay, I'm going to enable the visual builder so we can build on the front end. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to delete this whole section and we'll start from scratch. Okay, I'm going to add a new section. Little blue button for a section. I'm going to make it a regular section. I'm going to put in a single column and a single row. Divi comes as standard with all these light grey modules here. Once you install the Divi Supreme Modules Lite, you'll get these blue ones here. Like I say, there's 20 or so of them and they add more all the time. Absolutely free, this plugin. I'm going to use the Supreme button for this today. There it is right there. I'm just going to left click on it. And if you just want one button, just put in what you want the first button to say. I'm going to say video 1. I'll do exactly the same as I did before. And for the second button, I'm going to call it video 2. There's a bit of a typo there. They've got these both marked as 1, but this is button 1 and this is button 2 right here. So there's our two little buttons. It's popped something in there already. Now if we roll down to links, this is where it gets interesting and makes these buttons a little different from most buttons. What you can do with these, you can choose to open as an image lightbox if you want to pop up an image, or as a video lightbox if you want to pop up a video, which is what I did earlier. So I'm going to go over to YouTube and I'm going to grab a video URL and pop it in our first button here. Okay, I've got my URL. I'm going to simply paste it in there. You can choose to open it in the same window or in a new tab. I'm actually not even going to bother changing that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. I'm going to have mine open as a video lightbox like you saw earlier, so it'll pop out, play the video here and darken out the background. So I'm going to click this to on and you'll see those little other options disappear. And I'll just get another video for our video button number 2 there. Great. I'm going to pop that down there. And again, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go ahead and say open as a video lightbox. Great. Well, we've got our little buttons doing what we want them to do here. You can put a separator in between if you want. You can say something like or you can put in a dash or whatever you want to put in there. I'm going to leave mine just as it is. And there's various options here to make separate the text full width on mobile or remove on mobile if you want to. Like I say, I'm not going to use that today, but it's another little option for you. Okay, well let's pop these into the middle where we can see them. So I'm going to go over to my design tab, to alignment. And I'm going to pop them in the middle. Fantastic, great. Now the text you can decorate any way you want. We've got no real text. All we've got is our buttons. We haven't got a separator. You've got separator text here. And you've got button 1 and button 2 here. So I'm going to just simply style these just a little bit more than their style at the moment. I'm going to say use custom styling for button 1. I'm going to make my text white. It'll disappear into that background there. I'm going to make the background blue. There we go. I'm going to take any border away by taking that down to 0. Also going to take a little bit of opacity away from this, down to about 70%. See the number on the end there incrementing down. That's close enough, 71. And let's give it a different color on hover. So to do that, and this is common to most Divi modules, if you hover over dark writing here, you'll see some little icons appear. Go to the thing you want to affect, in our case the button background here. There's a little arrow, there it is in our case. Click on it. And we can set a desktop state when the mouse is not on it, and a hover state when the mouse is on it. When we hover on it, I'm going to make this purple. And I'll take the opacity down a little bit on this one too. It's close enough again. So we've got blue when we're not hovering and purple when we are. And I'm going to do exactly the same for the button down below. So I'm going to roll on down. I'm not going to add any more settings. I'm not going to have an icon on my button. I'm going to turn this off. Divi's just partnered with Font Awesome 4, so there's an awful lot of icons to choose from if you choose to have one on your button. You can scroll through, you can search. Well, they've got a little icon right here that if you click on the icon, it'll pop out into a big break box, make it easier for you to scroll. And like I say, there's a lot of them. But I don't want one on mine, so I'm going to put the show button icon to no. Great. Okay, well let's do exactly the same for button 2. I'm going to use custom styles. I'm going to make text white. Button background color, I'll make it that blue. Take the opacity down to about 70 or 71 I think we were using before. There we go. And then set the hover state with the little arrow. I'll make this one purple as well. And again, I'm going to take that opacity down a bit. The reason I'm taking this opacity down a bit, you may be wondering about that, is I'm going to put an image behind the section. I want a bit of the image to show through. Now opacity is see-throughness or transparency. So if you bring this down, the more transparent it's going to be. So we'll see a bit of our image behind there. Great. Let's flip this back to desktop mode so they turn blue again. Great. Okay, that's pretty much all I want to do. I want to take the border off of this. There's no border on either of those buttons. Okay, I'm going to make this section a little bit more interesting by putting an image behind it. I'm not going to round off the corners anymore. They've got slightly rounded corners. That's fine for me. So I'm going to save what we've got going on here. That's our buttons pretty much done there. I'm going to go into my section here. Blue tab for a section, green tab for a row, dark tab for a module. I'm going to go into the section. I'm simply going to put an image behind there. I'm going to go down to background under the content. And we've got color, gradient, image, video, background pattern or background mask. I'm going to put a little image in there. I'll use the same one as I used before. And I'm going to make it a little bit wider. I'm going to pop it up the top when we're done. So I'm going to go over to design to add a bit of spacing. I'm going to say, let's put 300 on the top. There we go. Maybe let's even put 400 on the top. And we'll put 100 on the bottom. Obviously this is entirely up to you. So there's our little section with our buttons in the water there. We'll save this. And I'm going to pop it up to the top. Rather than drag it over those images there, I'm going to hit the little purple button. And we've got a little layers icon here. I can click that and just drag the section to the top this way with my left mouse. There it is. And we've got our little section at the top with our video buttons. A bit like a little hero section. Great. Well, if we've done everything correctly, we should be good to go. So let's save draft or publish if you're ready. And exit the Visual Builder. There we go, there's our little hero section. Here's our first one. If I click on the video button, there we go, it pops out into a light box. You can simply hit the play. And there it is. It's got an X up there, or you can click anywhere outside it to make it disappear. And we've got a different video for our video 2 button. I've forgotten to take the icon off of that one like I did on this one. That's what happens when you leave an icon on there. You can show it all the time also, but you can see the opacity we put in there. We can see through a little bit of that image in the background there, which I kind of like. So video 2, simply click on it again. It's going to do exactly the same thing with a different video. And that's a great little feature to have on your site. Like I say, we've been using the free Divi Supreme plugins today. You can download it from here. Once you've downloaded it, just install and activate like any other plugin, and you'll see it actually in your little dashboard menu right there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today and found it useful. There's a really easy way of making a video pop up from a button. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.